product adjustment, here we go. When we made our product adjustment, it was for a reason to go ahead and start opening up new markets and breaking new ranks inside the international market, because we have a vision to be able to do a second convention next year. We'll have two conventions in 2025. 2024 is going to be the vision cast of where we are. You guys are getting the opportunity to be able to get it firsthand, because it fell on my heart to be able to do this for Dr. Benjamin, a leader that we have a lot of respect for, a lot of love for. Dr. Benjamin is one of my most dearest and trusted brothers that I get a chance to work with every single day in this company. And I want to do something special for Dr. Benjamin and his team. I want to see this organization break new ranks right now. And I know a lot of you guys has been around for a while. You hit certain ranks, you might have fell down from certain ranks. Guys, this promotion is to pay homage to all of our international leaders, that you guys can put yourself in a position in the next 30 days to reacquire those ranks. When we made these price points for this new promotion, we kept that in mind. We kept that in mind, that the 40 PV on the intro price was something that could be enough to be able to help people get a full subscription as it is for the US comp plan. We did that strategically on purpose, that in the first 30 days, people can break new ranks and go back to ranks that they possibly had lost, but with a discounted price. I want you guys really to take notes and take this in of what was the thought process behind this. This is not like a safety trade scanner where you have a 10 PV or 15 PV on a deal that and they can pay the renewal, but it really doesn't do a lot for your ranking. Guys, you have to open your mind to understand what this means for you. That if you can enroll an affiliate at 109, get a $15 fast start bonus, and get the same 40 PV as a 168 student, guys, this works wonders for your ability to be able to build an organization, because now you can operate in non-US territories and be able to give an affordable product to individuals, and be able to make the upfront fast start bonus and still have a full subscription for your 442 or your 10-10-5 or 30-30-15. You have a full subscription for that one enrollment, not 4 different scanners to get one enrollment. Guys, one enrollment is one subscription and you get full credit. That is absolutely powerful to be able to break new ranks. We structured this specifically on that first intro to be able to do that. Now, as you get inside the renewals, it goes to 30 PV and at $89.99. But if you got the momentum already over the next 30 days, which I will assure you, if you guys are pushing and you're putting 10, 15, 20 people in your organization, the momentum now is the system. The system kicks in when you're launching new people, where the new people are going to different levels. And guys, at the end of this 30 days, the company will evaluate this based upon how the international market responds to be able to break those new ranks if this promotion is continued. If we find that the leaders really took hold of this, and this is something that we put a lot of thought, we put a lot of calculation into, because the calculation for this particular product has the same values as the 168 inside the comp plan. Guys, when we structured this out and I wrote out the numbers, I know our financial formula to keep the comp plan in balance. And so when I chose these price points, the percentage of the 115 on the fast start bonus for the 109 is the same thing it is for the 25 on the 168. I took the same percentages and put it together. What we did was we even kept the renewals there, with shrunk the company's margin slightly because it has the same volume as the 168, but we was willing to make that sacrifice to be able to help you guys go to the next level. So guys, I want you to put some hearts in the chat if you can appreciate that the company's foresight of understanding that the international markets is what we want to go to, and we want to put a product in the international market that they can get all the education, they can get all the trade ideas, you can get all the live sessions, the new academy that's about to roll out, guys. The educators are doing a phenomenal job to be able to put together this a new academy, to be able to improve it and put this product in there. Guys, we was already going in this direction. It just sped it up a little bit, but that's fine. I have 8 to 10 videos from all the educators, from intermediate, from beginners, intermediate, advanced, leadership development, the crypto education, the NADEX setup, risk management. All of these different things is going inside the new back office, right? And so, guys, I'm excited for you to be able to have access to this. But that 109 product as an affiliate encompasses everything from the fast start bonus and the comp plan. The $79.99 student is absolutely phenomenal. The $99 deal that to be just to be a student has been dropped to 79 up front and 79 a month, the same way it is 99 and 99. The PV is adjusted right to the 25 PV, but it gives a person that opportunity to be able to come right in and be profitable. I had a student that internationally that just enrolled a couple of days ago, and guys, what I saw was absolutely mind blowing. What I saw was that this individual student was able to come in, take the trade ideas, and make about $60 to $70 their first day taking two trade ideas. Two trade ideas. Coming in as a student, was able to take that product, go right into the Telegram, get the trading ideas, and almost for the sake of that $79.99, almost made 100% of their money back in the first 24 hours. From a business perspective, this is a product that the market can appreciate because it works. It's all about being able to be profitable to be in business. So the way that our system is set up for the international student, they can come right into the business and indulge in the product to be able to get their trade ideas and become profitable even before they get into the live sessions, even before they go watch the videos in the back office, even before they navigate through everything they want to do to understand the whole back office. If they're solely taking those trade ideas, which everyone should be taking because that's a part of your membership, we know at $79.99 that each student could be in a position to be able to cover their membership, right, in their first 5 to 7 days if they're taking a trade ideas. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an immense amount of thought put into this particular promotion. So it behooves all of us to understand the vision that the company is making a strong stance to be able to support the international markets. So the international leaders need to take hold of this product and be able to push it with the right understanding of why did the company do it? Because the company identifies that its new leadership wave is coming from the international market. The company understands that the economical indifference from the US market to the international markets. So the company made a product with a price point that is comparable with the financial calculation for the international markets to be able to get more students and more affiliates in their business in the international market, because the company has a vision. In 2025 there will be a international convention. Ladies and gentlemen, I come on this line today to help you understand why did we do it. We did it because we understand the wave that's coming and we understand the momentum that we wanted to create. We stirred the pot intentionally. We made the price points intentionally. We made the volume set for one subscription intentionally, that a person brand new can come in with the 3 and free right now, intentionally enroll 3 affiliates right at the 109, and they could be in a position to get that fast start bonus, right? And they're picking up an extra $45 from the fast start bonus, and we still would give them the fast start bonus connected to the affiliate program packaging. Ladies and gentlemen, this is 100% intentional. This is not by happenstance. I come on here to let you know and serve this team notice that this setup was put together intentionally to be able to help the international market. The 3 and free, enroll 3 affiliates, get your next month free in the month of March, get an extra fast start bonus on top of that. And then you have the opportunity to be able to get the same volume on a discounted product in the first 30 days. Or anybody on this call right now who wants to go to $500 a month, you have the best opportunity in Xtream right now for the next 30 days to go to $500 a month and create the momentum that your team needs. Any leader right now who wants to go to $1,000 a month, you can put that in play and go 10, 10, 5 right now by enrolling your 3 and help your 3 get 3, and everybody benefit from the 3 and free positioning to be able to make more money, save money in March, and increase their residual cash flow immediately. This is an immediate infusion of cash. This is an immediate infusion of an opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, do not take this as business as usual, because the company's not. We're not taking this as business as usual. We're taking this seriously because we have an intentional plan to go international for the rest of the year of 2024. We will identify in the next 30 days the 5 leaders that's going to go to $5,000 a month in the next 30 days. We will identify who's going to be those next leaders going to go to $10,000 a month from those leaders who did 5. We are intentionally focusing on helping 5 leaders who poke themselves up Whoever take hold of the promotions is the ones that's going to do it. Who they get the momentum, and we know in the next 30 days the company will put over 1,000 new students and affiliates in the organization. Wherever those leaders are, we understand that we will be planting our flag for those leaders and your leaders in that community to go from 5,000 to 10,000 in income, and those leaders to go who help build that to go from 500 to 1,000, from 2,000 to 5. Because I will go in the next 12 months that every leader that opens up their markets and be able to take their market to the next level. In the next 12 months, our goal is for every leader right now in those markets is to be at $100,000 a month. This is a very intentional plan. So it comes with the first launch. It comes with how do we initiate it right now? See, the best way to be able to show you mean business in the company of where you want to build and what income you want to make is how you execute in the next 30 days. See, it's not about what you're thinking about doing in March or what you think about doing in April or what vacation you want to take with your family in June and July. It's having blinders on right now and absolutely going after it because the company is 100% focused on the international leaders we love and will support our U.S. leaders, as we always have. But we're taking a stance because we understand that a lot of our production is coming from the international markets, and we want to be in the international market because we understand what the US dollar can do for the average household in the international market. We understand the value of that. That if we're going to be paying out in USD, and that USD, which will eventually be converted over to USDT, right? We're working on that here right now. Dr. Benjamin and I have been having some conversations. We're going to a USDT payment style in just a moment. We're working with international payment solutions right now. I've been on 2 to 3 calls in the last 48 hours. The USDT will become a part of our back. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited to even have this conversation with you guys right now. USDT is about to become a regular payment option in our back office. It's about to become a regular way, not only to be able to, receive your education benefits of your subscription, to be able to be serviced, but it's going to become a regular way of payment withdrawal. It's going to become a regular way. When we looked at why are we talking at when we looked at why, when we first launched, when we launched our business, in 2020, 2021, why did we have 35,000 people in pre-enrollment? It's because the platform that we was built on was decentralized. It was Bitcoin in, Bitcoin out. When we went into 2.0, the new software program didn't have that capability. And at that time, we was moving in so many different directions. We really did not identify that would be in a loss of momentum. A year and a half later, understanding where we are, I can say at this point, that was a huge mistake. It was a huge oversight, rather, that we didn't understand that was a big part of our movement because even at that time, we had a lot of international leaders. And hence from that, those leaders had issues being able to receive payment in USD. They had issues being able to make payments into it. And so we understand the network marketing, right? The 2 biggest things that has to be a focus is how you able to get money in and take money out. See, that transaction has to be just as easy it is in the US, right? Visa, MasterCard comes in and then you can transfer out to a regular US bank and then you have your money. See, that's why it's easy to do the business in the US because our system is set up that way. You have to have a really intentional mindset to create that if you're going to go international. This company started out with a very strong domestic and international. It was actually easier for our international person to do business with Xtream in 1.0 because the whole platform was decentralized. We was built on a decentralized platform. So the USD side, it was Zelle, it was money order, it was a lot of different ways. It was actually harder for the US side because we didn't have a merchant account. We didn't allow payment processing from Visa and MasterCard initially until about 90 to 120 days in business when we found the payment solution that could do it, but we still monitored it. We still managed it. And I'm grateful that we did it that way because it kept the company safe. But the US market did not have the easiest transition to be able to do business with Xtream when we launched. Hence, when we look at history, this is why international markets started off so huge. When we switched and went to 2.0, it switched. It became easier it became easier to be in a situation where the U.S. could do business, but it damaged the international. And hence, we've been able to navigate through some spaces and understand the decentralized position is a good space to be in, but we have to have equal liquidity on both sides. For the international market to be able to bring money in to be able to have their product and build their organizations for enrollments, as well as to be able to be compensated on the back end. Because one thing we don't do is play around about payment solutions. So we're right now, the company has a strong stance on a lot of payment solution companies. I have two CEOs that I'm meeting with in the next 24 to 48 hours that all they do is international payment solutions and how we can integrate that inside of the Xtream's platform to be able to make that happen. So, guys, I come to you today to be able to not only cast a vision to you where we're going, but to give you realistic expectations of where we are as an organization. So, for the time being, guys, we need you guys to step up and execute, right, with full confidence and faith and believe in what direction the company is going, right? Because those who don't believe will just watch, right? But anyone on this call that has a level of belief and understand that what we say we're going to do, we make those things happen, will catch hold right now and start executing in the way that you can, right? And so it's Visa, MasterCard, or, a gift certificate, whatever your way of payment now to be able to build your organization, to get your leaders in position and make the ranks happen so you can be in position to be identified for that next wave. Guys, this is the mindset we have to leave this call with today. Everybody has to be in a position to start moving their organization. We're not waiting. We're working simultaneously. I come to the line to give you the foresight vision of where the company is going in the next couple of days. I don't see it being over the next couple of weeks before this promotion is over. The whole process will be automated to be in the back office. Now, if we may start it, well, we might have to start invoicing leaders that when they enroll, and then we may do it that traditional way until the program is to integrate it. But you have my word as your CFO. You have my word that as soon as we get the USDT payment option, we will begin to use it, even if it's not on the website yet. Even if I have to automate a new email process when they enroll and they do the email and we send it out, or the leaders have to send the email and we send it to them, whatever we have to do within this 30-day promotion, as soon as we get it, it's coming right out. We're not waiting. See, this is the spirit of execution that we have to believe in. When we say believe and execute in 2024, that's the execution side. See, people that are great executors are not procrastinators. See, it's an oxymoron. If you're an executor, you don't procrastinate. You just don't do that. I'm a very high level executor. It's one of my best skill sets, I feel like, in the world, that I have great emotional regulation to be able to understand my IQ emotionally to navigate through spaces. And God's grace is put in my heart is probably one of my greatest gifts. And then my level of execution to work immensely around the clock until I get the result that my heart desire is the reason why I've always been a great athlete. I've always competed at a high level, and I've done business at a high level because I can keep my composure, focus hard, and execute to get the result. This international project is at the top of my priority list right now. Telegram links is not at the top of my priority. It's already done, right? That stuff is done. Website design, I've already put that to the side. Your whole website is about to change. They've been working on it the last 3 or 4 days. I'll give it by the end of the day or tomorrow. You're going to click online and you're going to see the new logos and you're going to see the new branding for the company of the phase one of it. You're going to see your tab for lifestyle go from the bottom to the top, and it'll be a promotion icon on the front page to be able to click for your international product for students and affiliate. You're going to see that in phase one, right? So the work that needed to be done to make this transition smooth, guys, we've already done that. Right, the support on the support tickets has already been put there. We have a new customer service staff that we're hiring right now as employees of Xtream who are not affiliates, that are not students in the company. We have 2 new employees that will be coming on who will work your support tickets around the clock to make sure you guys are supported. Right, these are the things that we're putting in place systematically because we understand the explosive growth that we're creating. So we're stirring the pot on one side to get all the leaders involved to understand that we are a company that will not die. We are a company that will grow. We are a company that will continue to go to the next level and open up new markets. We are a company that's going to continue to identify the leaders who want to play and believe with us and execute with us. We're going to stir the pot on this side. And those who want to watch will watch and bear witness of the truth of what I'm telling you. But those who will work will be those leaders that will be in position that would change their family dynamic forever. Because you only need a couple key leaders to believe. You don't need the whole masses to lead the charge. You need key leaders in key markets who believe wholeheartedly and willing to step out there and lead. And the masses follows the leader. See, this is why we want to connect with the leaders who believe and are willing to execute right now. Though you know we're making these adjustments, are you willing to still execute right now? Or though you know the vision that we're going and how hard we're working behind the scene, are you willing to believe with us right now? Not later, but right now, while we believe, because we're believing and working at the same time. So my question is, can you believe and work at the same time? Or do you have to wait before you believe to then work? Because if that's the case, you're going to miss the opportunity of right now. Blessed are those that believe who was not yet seen. If you believe, you don't have to see it, you know it. See, me as a CFO, my vision for this company, and Mr. Mickle as a COO, his vision for this company, we believed always before we saw in Xtream. We knew we would become a premier four-class opportunity. We knew we would make it past 1 year, 2 year, and 3. We knew through every storm that we went through in this company that we was a company that wasn't going to bend, that wasn't going to break, that wasn't going to fail, right? We knew. Even though we couldn't always see it, we knew it and we believed it. This is how you build a business. This is how you build a life. And this is how you build a legacy. So I come on this call to let you know we want to identify those leaders. Now that you understand the vision of what we're working on and what we're going to continue to do behind the scene, but while we're stirring the pot to put leaders in position for this next 30-day blitz, because we will put over 1,000 students and affiliates in this company in the next 30 days. My question is, how many is going to be with you? Are you going to go to 500 a month? Are you going to go to 1,000? Or do you believe enough to go to 2,000? Can you get to 5,000? Can you get your first 3 to be free? Let's start there. Can you believe enough to enroll your first 3 to give 3 other people an opportunity to be able to enjoy the product, that they can take the trade ideas and start making money for their family? Guys, all we doing is sharing, but we put the product in a position that more people can benefit from it. So with the position that it has, with the trajectory that where we're going, guys, it only takes belief and execution. That's all it takes. It's not a place for watchers and wonderers. This is a place for people who believe and are willing to execute, because that's what we're doing. Guys, we're not watching and waiting what other companies are doing. We're not watching and waiting to see who's watching us. We believe in and executing. The company standard of excellence will continue to elevate, and we will continue to elevate with those leaders who's going to open up the new markets. So I'll close with this. The open new markets and break new ranks is the reason why that's at the top of the flyer, because I want everybody's mind to gravitate to what is our focus. The focus is to open up new markets and help new leaders break new financial barriers in their family, to be able to help take care of the responsibility. So you could be in the U.S. and still building the team internationally, right? You could be in any country or any state or continent and anywhere outside of the U.S. and still open up a new market. You could be in Africa with a market in Asia. I was on a phone last night with a young lady that has markets in Asia and had markets, in Colombia. The markets was beyond where her personal residence was. So we have to believe past territory lines and break new ranks, because, guys, our focus, we're going to take 5 leaders. My focus is to take 5 leaders to 5,000 in the next 30 days. So I'm willing to do the work around the clock. Mr. Mickle's ready to do the work around the clock. Your VP of sales do the work around it. Your CMO, right? Ms. Tanny Gonzalez, the leaders in the field, we're willing to do the work around the clock. I came on to cast the vision so you understand where we're going, so we can work with you. So this is what I have to share with you guys today. I hope I've said something to encourage you to understand where we're going. Payment Solutions Internationally will be coming out here shortly. Your website will be designed. But right now, when you leave this call, your focus need to be focused on getting your first 3. Relaunch your business right now. You need to get your first 3 people back in the business. You need to be calling the people that was in your organization before, getting them back renewed, right? If they've been out for 30 days or 90 days, guys, they can renew at this price point, right? If they want to renew past where they were, guys, you can send me an email. Let me know, Mr. Sloan, this student wants to come back, but they was at a 79 or 109. Guys, we can make it happen. We'll renew them back at the international prices. They're in the international area. We're willing to renew them back at these discounted prices. The goal is to help you guys put your organizations back together. If you lost some members and some students, we'll help you put your organization back together. This will help you guys reestablish some of your ranks if you lost some members, and then you can continue to build on with new students at these price points for the next 30 days. So I hope you take that gesture as a peace treaty of love and respect because we mean what we're saying. We want to help millions of people across the world to be able to help their family. Our product is so good. It's so good. We just have to put it into the hands of more people. So our focus for 2024 is the impact. We will end up between 5 to 10,000 members in this company by the end of the year. We started this company at 10,000. So I know we can go to 10,000 in 30 days, but you have to have the right leaders. So we will start by building the momentum to identify the leaders, build those leaders up, and we will be back between the neighborhood of 5 to 10,000 members by the end of 2024. When we go into 2025, this company will go from 10,000 members to 25 to 30,000 members as we go into 2025 because we understand the algorithm of how we did it the first time. It clicked. We got it. It finally clicked. When you're in a peace of mind, you can see clearly. In these last 30 days, we've had a lot of peace. And so we've been able to create more peacefully, more organically to see where do we need to put our attention at. And we found it. And we looked at how did we create that the first time to launch with 10,000 members, to start in the first 30 days. It was in the international space. It was understanding the decentralized market. It was allowing, transfer in and out internationally to be able to get a great product in the US. And it was able for international leaders to be able to partake from the US dollar value in their countries to be able to do more with that revenue to be able to support their families. So we're going to recreate that opportunity right now. So we're extending our help out to the leaders to say, hey, listen, we understand now why we're doing it. Cast the vision of how we're going to do it so you guys can get behind it and share this same vision with your team of your leaders of what's going on so we can build a business together, guys. So I love you. I appreciate you. I'm looking for that right now. So again, I'm going to close it. If you have people that fell off, that's no longer active, let's get them renewed at the international prices. Now they have an opportunity to be able to build their business with these international prices. And let's get you guys back to 500, 1,000, and 2,000. If we can help everybody in this organization get your old rank back in this next 30 days, I will feel good about that. But if in the midst of you getting your rank back, if we can identify some leaders in your business and help them get there to establish your rank, guys, that'll be even greater. Because I would love to see everybody on this call getting whatever income number you want from this compensation plan. Guys, I'm willing to help commit to you and help you to do it. So, Dr. Ben, I'm gonna pass it back to you, my dear brother. That is my take on this. I don't want to take up a lot of time. I want to stay under an hour. But that's about 40, 45 minutes of where we are. I appreciate you guys. I love you. Thank you for being patient with us as we understood how to recreate the formula, right, that has took this company all across the world. And ladies and gentlemen, we are absolutely committed to be able to make this deal happen. So believe with us and execute with us right now. This next 30-day international blitz, let's make sure we take it seriously. Because after this call, you should understand we are absolutely serious and we are playing absolutely no games to be able to recreate what we know what we started. Thank you guys so much. Back to you, Dr. Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, man, ladies and gentlemen, that was so powerful, right? That's not a hype situation we have here. Put some fires and hearts in the chat, though, because that discussion was so clear and so powerful from our CFO, our Chief Financial Officer. I'm fired up and I'm very excited. And ladies and gentlemen, it's time for action. It's time for action to achieve our goals. Firstly, I want to hear our C rather. If you are ready to get $500 or $1,000 a month out of the way in the next 30 days, so you could stretch $2,000 a month. So you already got $1,000 a month, and your organization could get $2,000 a month in the next 30 days. You plan to do the work necessary to earn an extra $500, $1,000, or $2,000 from our compensation plan in the next 30 days. Go ahead and put me in the chat. Go ahead and put me in the chat. We want to know who it is that we are going to be working with, right? This is not a hype thing. We want to be clear on who really wants this, all right? We want to be clear on who really wants this. Go ahead and put me in the chat if that's going to be you, right? If that's going to be you, go ahead and put me in the chat. Right? If that's going to be you, go ahead and put me in the chat. I want to see who it is that is going to be. All right, so far we have Mark. Okay, we have Esther, right? Esther, me, Esther, Mark, June, Mark, again, and then Sonia, Dr. Copeland, Sonia Bishop over there in Canada. You are in as well. Bright. Okay. Anyone else? We want to know who is serious. And I'm going to just make sure that I document these names before we jump off of here, because we're going to hold each other's hand. Be accountable. Right? One thing I know for sure is that the pace of the leader comes the pace of the pack. I'm showing you for being transparent. Am I also someone who's working, right? Begins with a list. Okay, guys, I put in the Zoom chat. A message is in the Zoom chat. A couple of links of videos. Right, they're there.
Dr. Benjamin, your line is breaking up, so you know.
Better now. Let me take off that headphone. Is it better, sir? Is this clear?
Yeah, you're clear now. Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, good. All right, so it begins with the list, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm showing you my list that I started making yesterday, right? On these 2 sheets of paper so far, right? These 2 sheets of paper is 296 names that I wrote out of my phone, and I started writing out others. And I have a very large list, so I'm not expecting you to have this type of list. This is just A from my phone. You could see that's just A, right? And I have about 16,000 contacts in my cell phone, and that I have to go through and find individuals that I can expose this to. Where you see those check mark, those ticks, right? You see those ticks coming down the side are people that I spoke to this morning that are interested. There's one person who is to be signing up out of that, and the others, are in the process of taking a good look, and I'll put them through the PS3 process. The PS3 process, if you go to your chat on the Zoom, I put in there, just slide up, you'll see 2 messages. One, a video from how to launch a successful network marketing business by Mr. Holton Buggs. Very powerful video. You could definitely watch that to become inspired. Some people watch it once a day, give them the oomph. Go ahead and build their teams. Then we'll also have how to invite. There's the video there, how to invite if you have a struggle, how to invite. And then I have another video that I did. I did those 2 videos for you guys, how to do a 3-way call. Because for you to grow your business, you have to do PS3. Peak interest, show the plan, 3-way call. And it begins with building a list. Okay, you're gonna have to build a list. So that list, you use SIFT, S-I-F-T. It's an acronym for self-starter, influential, financially capable, and trainable and teachable, right? Those are the key characteristics that your prospects need to have. If they have those 4 characteristics, they are good for a prospect. They're a good prospect. We call those 4 checkers. So self-starters, influential, are people who have influence over other people, and then those who are financially capable to pay $110 to get enrolled or purchase whichever service we offer. And then teachable and trainable. All right, so with your list done, then we can go ahead and launch. I put in there the link for tomorrow's launch. It's an international launch that's been done. Our VP of Sales is doing that tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. UK, 7 p.m. Nigeria, 9 p.m. Kenya, whatever time zone you're on. Copy that down. It's on the corporate link tomorrow at that time. You need to invite people from your list. So first things first, make your list. Make your list. Make your list. Then we need to pique interest, show them the presentation, and do a 3-way call. Those people who put me in the chat, for everybody, okay, put me in the chat. That's Bright, Bishop, Sonia, Mark, Joan, Esther so far, right? I don't see any other me's in the chat. So I'm assuming the rest of you who did not put me, you do not have an interest in earning an extra $500 or $1,000 over the next 30 days. So what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is that we are going to do that. We're going to get that done. And for you to be able to be effective, you're going to need to have a list. So the first things first is to create a list. Recreate a new list. Go back through your cell phone, pick out at least 100 solid good prospects. And then we're going to set a specific launch for you, which I will be doing your launch, private launch presentation. And we can set a series of private launch presentations, right? Because I'm ready to grow the team. I'm willing to do 2 to 3 different presentations in a day to help you to do your private launches, 20, 30-minute presentations. We can agree on specific times for that we can work through your list and identify people who want to join.
PS3, peak interest, show the plan, three-way call. You have to get into that. And then we're going to be following up with you. Those who have said me, we're going to be checking on you to see, what are some of the areas that you may be having challenges in terms of getting your team growing. Get your 3 people in, 3 and 3. Everybody on this call should finish that up. Everybody who said me, we need to get that done ASAP. All right, just over the next couple of days, 2-3 days, get that done ASAP. I've already enrolled 1 out of my 3. I'm enrolling another one. He's to make his payment today or tomorrow. And I have a couple of others who have said yes. So as soon as one of those enroll my 3 is done. Personally, I'll be enrolling at least 20 members in February. That's my goal, personally, right? Because I, as the leader, I have to be way out in front of the pack if I want the pack to really move, all right? So I understand my responsibility there as a leader, and that's my commitment to you. So I'll keep me accountable. Check up on me to see how many have I enrolled so far. I've already shown you a part of my list. I haven't even begun creating that list yet because it's so massive, right? But it's time for massive action. It's time for us to grow our business to where if you want to get there, let's get it to up to 10, 20, 50, $100,000 a month residual coming from the comp plan. That will give you a ton of money to be able to go ahead and put in your trading account and then blow up your trading account with the knowledge and the training that we're getting from this great community and the services and tools that we have. So with that said, if there are any questions from anyone, our CFO is here. We have his ear for a few minutes. Extremely busy gentleman, but he took time out to come and support us. And I'm so thankful to you, sir, for that gift of your time, because that is the most valuable thing out of this deal, your time being given to us. I'm very grateful for it, very grateful for it, all right? For you to deem it important enough to use your time in this way. Thank you very much, Mr. Sloan. Any questions from anybody?
Thank you very much, Doctor. Please, I want to use this opportunity. The last time I escalated it to our CFO, my sniper is not working yet. It has not been installed. And then I requested for quick payer card. I've not got it. These 2 issues. And the sniper, especially, I think I want it to work ASAP.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Sloan?
Okay, I'll write his name down. Good afternoon. I'm not sure who that was that spoke.
Yeah.
If you can send me send me a let me write your name down. Okay, I see it. Okay.
Oluwaseun is the name. Oluwaseun is the name. It's no longer I, but Christ. The last time we had a conference this way, you said I should send you. I did.
Okay, you sent me a message. Okay, all right, very good. All right, so if you send it over and you said it's not installed, meaning you've never used it, is that what we're saying?
I've never used it. Yeah.
Okay, all right, so I'll follow up on yours today. Once I hang up, I'll figure out what's going on. Because we sent over a wave of those, and from that last conference, some people has already been taken care of. So I'll follow up on your situation directly of what happened with your sniper.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Bishop.
Yes,
all right,
thank
great.
you.
So we'll address that for you, Bishop.
Yes, thank you.
All right, wonderful. Any questions from anybody else? And in the pay quicker, Bishop, if you've earned your first commission, you will not get the pay quicker card until you've earned your first commission. So just make sure that you've earned a commission. If you haven't, that's why you're having difficulty ordering the card.
All right, good. Thank you.
So enroll somebody so that the money can be deposited to your wallet and then your pay quicker can be activated.
All right.
All right, wonderful. Anyone else?
Hello, Dr. Ben.
Yes, Evans.
Dr. Ben, you are amazing. Thank you so much for the support. And I also want to thank CFO for that fire that he has poured this evening. We love him. And we want to assure him that we will grow. We will grow our team. We will hit the rank. We will make a lot of money. And we will make the company happy. We'll bring a lot of people on board because more people are so much fascinated about the product. However, I just want to find out when is the back office going to come to being, because now people cannot access the training videos.
Thank you, Sir Evans. We're looking forward to that growth, and I know you guys can do it. That's why I'm here to support. and for you guys to understand what our vision is for this 30-day push to get a new 1,000 students in the business and doing a convention there. Ms. Debs, before I answer that last question, what area are you in?
Okay, me, I'm a banker by profession. Is that what you mean?
No, what part of the country are you in? Where do you live?
I'm from the peaceful, beautiful country of Ghana.
You're in Ghana. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm all right. I'm writing these markers down so I know where I need to travel to, where the leaders that's going to commit to go to the next level. So I just wrote Ghana. You spoke my language that I like to hear from a person that's committing, right, to be able to go build a huge business. And so I want to make sure I write your name down. Okay.
Awesome.
And so
Awesome.
and so for the academy itself, we gave ourselves to the end of the month to be able to get the videos there because of how many videos it is, and then configuring it. Once they finished it, the educators had to the end of this week with the timeline that we put out for them to get all the content recorded. Once it's recorded, that previous platform that we was on, we're no longer using it. It was removed. And so we will use a new platform that the live sessions will be archived immediately. And so it would be no need to upload them. Once the videos are done, they automatically go into an archive on that platform that the students can go back and watch them. So that's a enhancement from the previous platform that we had to record, download, and upload, which obviously delays time. So in the new wave of being more efficient, not only will we have the new videos, but we will have a better archive system that all videos can be saved immediately so the students can go back and watch them at their leisure without a delay. And so this whole process to create and reprogram to install will take us for the next couple of weeks to be able to get it all done. But we're committed to doing it, and we've been working on it just fiercely for the last 2 to 3 weeks. But we gave a time frame for the educators to be done in 2 weeks, and then to allow two to 3 weeks to program it and implementation. So by the end of this month, going into the first part of March, we expect this whole system to be re-optimized. It would have took us about 30 days to reset this whole academy with new content and new archives so we can serve the students a lot more effectively and efficiently to get the content.
Okay, so thank you so much, CFO. That is good news, but let us speed up on that. For some of us, my plan is one of my strategies is to gather all retired individuals who have money, but now they have more time ahead of them. They are not doing anything with them. So I'm registering them so that they can use their time to do business with Xtream, and that they will be able to generate some sufficient income for their sustenance. So that is what I'm doing. And once they come in, they just want to have a hands-on information with regards to how they can trade before they are integrated into the main line. So get that resources available for us. Thank you.
You're very welcome. We will work on this diligently until it's completed. I'll continue to send emails. If you all will watch the emails every week or so, I'll give an update of how far we are from being completed. And we're committed to being accountable to this team to make sure we get that accomplished.
Thank you very much. Well spoken. We love you. And we love
you
Dr.
back.
Ben.
Thank you so much. Keep us lifted in prayer, brother. Keep us lifted.
Oh, wow.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Evans. Yeah, anticipating Ghana to be a major, carry a major Xtream flag, Xtream lifestyle flag over there. And very happy that you've decided to be a part of the community with us and your decision to build a large group of people from Ghana to the rest of the world. All right. Thank you, Evans. All right. Next up, Dr. Copeland, you wanted to ask a question. Your hand is up. You could unmute and go ahead and ask your question.
Hey. Thank you, Dr. Benjamin. And Mr. Sloan, I just want to commend you and the leadership team for taking the time out to sort of address issues and concerns that pre-existing members have. I think that market is important, reactivating, re-engaging, also resolving issues, long-standing issues that some of these persons may have. So I just really want to commend you because this is an important strategy. And we wish you only the best, the team, the different teams and the family, all the best for 2024.
Thank you so much, Dr. Copeland. We always appreciate your support, and we're here for you guys. We want to continue to allow the reassurance to the team that we're here to be able to support. And it's nothing that you guys say that doesn't go unnoticed. That Mr. Mickle and I don't have a conversation about and addressing. We don't hide from the truth. If it's issues that arise, issues can be issues, but all issues have a resolution. So it's nothing wrong with having an issue. The only thing wrong is if the issue doesn't get addressed. And so we don't hide from issues. We don't run from problems. We address those. And so these different concerns that came up has been at the top of our considerations of resolution. And we are happy that a lot of these issues have been resolved. And we don't mind giving updates of what's not yet resolved, but in process to give you guys the reassurance that we're going in that direction. So I don't ever mind doing these calls to be able to give the leaders that's accountable to the process and trust the team to give you guys that level of respect that you give us as well, to let you know we're working on the things that you guys bring to the table so that you know that your voice is always heard, and we will always do what we can do to support.
Awesome. Thank you very much, sir. Go ahead, Bright.
Hi, Dr. Harry. Hi, Mr. Sloan. Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I sincerely want to appreciate you, for this meeting today. I'll tell you, it's highly timely, and for really having the international students and all affiliates, in mind, and making sure that issues that concerns or that will hamper or that has affected negatively team building, is actually addressed. Honestly, I feel so excited. I feel so excited with every solution that you have actually brought on the table. I know I'm not surprised. Because leaders are meant for solution and not challenges. Sometimes challenges come or when we see what affects our business, even if we look at it as challenges, but leaders focus on the solution. I'm glad we have such leaders that really focus on the solution and how to make the business to go to the next level. Trust me, this is going to bring a new revolution, in African markets for Xtream lifestyle. So I just want to really appreciate, what our founders, our leaders are doing to make sure that, we keep enjoying this business. Thank you so much. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much for those words. We appreciate that. And as I said previously, we want to, continue to hear, the issues and resolve. And this means a lot to us. Again, we have to go back and look at history. And history said for the international market to be able to have a form of decentralized payment option is a great solution. And I've seen the track record of that. And then, I've been blessed and fortunate that my family travels internationally. And so I've heard it from the leaders inside the company, such as Dr. Benjamin, about the different challenges with payment options and solutions. And then my sister traveled to Africa recently, and she was in Kenya. And when she went to Kenya, she gave me some firsthand experiences and sent me some pictures at the money exchanges and different documents of how it is financially over there. And with the wave that we begin to say that we wanted to do for 2024, it was as my spirit was just being enlightened of how we could improve and be able to help. She told me when she went and got her hair braided by a braider there, and the $40 that she gave the young lady was able to pay her rent for the whole month. It took care of that one tip she gave her 40 USD took care. The lady's eyes was huge, she said, and she was so excited because financially that one gesture that my sister gave her helped change her family's health. You know, it supported her family for a longer period of time. And here in the US, $40 is, you know, we'll go out to eat and $40 is going with feeding two people, right? And it just really made me appreciate and understand the opportunity of Xtream, of how great it is to be able to provide these solutions, of having a powerful compensation plan, and how this residual compensation plan can impact different countries differently, right? In the US side, to have $500 to $1,000 may not be as attractive and exciting, right, to a person based on the cost of living in the US. But in the cost of living of different countries in Africa, how much that impacts them. It just really, really opened my eyes. It's like God allowed the scales to fall from my eyes to understand, even for me as a owner, how powerful our opportunity is to be able to support other families. And that's what we started this company for. We started this company to help support families across the world, not just in the US. And so for us to make the payment solution adjustment, and for us to make an economic adjustment on the memberships to support the international families, to give them the opportunity, because we don't want the prices to be a barrier from people to getting the information. That is counterproductive of why the company was created. And so if we could find the right price points that we still could support the international market and still give them the opportunity, it just made sense. So, you know, I just thank God for allowing me to have these experiences within the last 60 to 90 days, and, you know, really listening to what my spirit is telling me to do. And this was one of those things that weighed on me heavily. And it was so funny because it hit me, and Mr. Mickle was having a different conversation with a leader who wanted to get into Kenya. And they had that conversation. We had the conversations with two different people on the same day. And so when we got back on the phone, we said the same thing. And it wasn't 24 to 48 hours, you know, later, immediately that conversation, I began to look at the prices and I began to think about how to create the formula for the packages. And by the end of the day, I had it. And the next day I got it configured to the system to make sure that it works, and it works. And so I'm just grateful, you know, I'm just grateful for insight, you know, and I'm grateful that God gave it to me, and it came through trusted individuals that I could really hear and see. I saw with my own eyes. I saw it and I experienced it. And I know what we have is so powerful. More people need to have it. And so we're excited. We're just as excited, more excited now than we probably have ever been, to be able to recreate this momentum and help leaders be able to get the income, because we understand how far the dollar can go to be able to support the families internationally. And so we're going to do everything we can to bring this to fruition.
Awesome. That is music to my ears. I'll tell you, you're so clear on that. And if Kenya opened your eyes, with your sister, sir, if you have a relative or you go to Nigeria, you would understand, because $1,000 is now 1,600, 1.6 million naira. And the average salary, what's the average salary in Nigeria, Bright? What's the average monthly salary currently for somebody who works a job in Nigeria? What is the current average?
Say 50,000. 50,000
naira.
Currently 80,000. No, so 80,000. 80,000
right, so
currently.
80,000 naira. 80,000 naira. That means that's $50 a month, Mr. Sloan, that people earn working 30 full days. And we are paying people $500 for only having a small team of 10 people. So this is going to explode in Nigeria. That's why I've been on your case about the USDT payment option, because I knew that once we get that out of the way, we're going to start to see meetings happening in the major cities across Nigeria. Just watch. It's going to explode in Nigeria, in Ghana. It's going to explode in Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Zambia. Just watch. It's going to explode. So we're going to have a really great year, guys. And I'm very grateful and excited that we stayed committed to the founders, Mr. Sloan and Mr. Mickle. And I'm thankful that you both have the leadership capacity to go through all of what we did over the last 3 years to make sure that we have the solid foundation on top of which we can build our empires and build our legacy. So thank you very much. All right. Any other questions from anybody? Man, this was a great meeting. Thank you so much, Mr. Sloan, for your time once again, sir. Any closing comments?
No, guys, I'm excited, for you guys, and you're very welcome, Dr. Benny. Thank you for your continued leadership and your commitment and loyalty to the process, even with you going through different challenges of rank changes and having to get personal things situated, even through your own personal frustrations, which is natural in life and business. You didn't waver. And I pray right now that God blesses you in a major big time way for you and your family, those that's in the States and internationally, because of your unwavering faith and commitment to serving the people, which is the heart of what we inspire to do here in Xtream. And so, I asked this team to keep your leader, Dr. Benjamin, lifted up in prayer and focus. I asked the team to go to work in a big time way to push Dr. Benjamin up as a leader for this organization to be the #1 organization in the entire company. I ask you guys to do the work and have a strategy call of what's your commitment to make that happen. I believe Dr. Benjamin in his next 30 days should be a $5,000 leader in this company. It's no doubt in my mind that this leadership team has everything to do. And you guys will become those new 1,000, 2,000, and 5,000 leaders. But your leader has to go first. I've always believed in something called Pushing People Up. It's a book that I've read since I was 18 years old in the network marketing industry, written by Art Williams. And when you look at the concept of this book, pushing people up is the way to clear the path for the leaders that's coming behind. It always has to be a leader that's the forerunner that goes forward. That's the long range at first, and then everyone starts believing and they go with him. And so I'm asking you guys to go with him. I'm asking you to bound up. I'm asking you guys to conjure up and push forward to push your leader up, because that's what's necessary. Dr. Benjamin should be, this organization should be led by the #1 producer in this whole company. And I feel the leaders on this call have the capacity to do so. It would be absolute robbery that in the next 30 days, this is not a $5,000 team. This team should go to the next level. And we should have our next call to wrap up in the next 30 days. And Dr. Benjamin, I hold you accountable to get everyone's goals. Every leader that's committed right now, like Mr. Evans committed, Dr. Copeland committed, Esther committed, right? The leaders on this call that's committed, Bishop committed to go to the next level. I challenge you, Mark Wilson, to get with Dr. Benjamin and write a new goal of what do you want to do every 7 days, not in 30 days. We have to break this down to a 7-day commitment. From Monday to Sunday, what is your commitment for your enrollment and your launches of how many people you're enrolling every 7 days? I don't want you guys to think 30 days. I want you to think every 7 days. And every 7 days, every leader that's committed should be following up with Dr. Benjamin. You should be talking about your goal. You should be talking about your activity and what work we're doing as an organization, because we understand faith without work is dead. We believe, but we have to go to work. And our work will compound to hit the goals in 30 days. By the end of the promotion, that everybody who had a income goal of building a residual income will be accomplished, because you guys have to hit those ranks to be able to be example for your team. So Mark Wilson has to have a leader that's watching Mark Wilson and say, I want to go to 1K and 2K like Mark Wilson did. And so you have to be that group. And I really want you guys to wrap your hearts around this, not your mind, to push people up. You guys have to commit as an organization that you're on a $5,000 team, a $10,000 team, because you know why? That's how you go to 5,000 and 10,000. When I first came into the industry, and you guys heard my story of how fast I ran up income in the industry, but you don't really know the story behind it. When I came into the industry, I was with a leader that had immense work ethic, but his income didn't reflect it. His income had dropped. And he was in a situation that he had all the tools and he had all the knowledge, but his income dropped. But he didn't give up. He drove around in a car that wasn't as favorable. He lived in a pretty decent house, but it wasn't as good as the other leaders that was around him. But he had all the work ethic to be able to do it. And through his work ethic, they taprooted. He recruited a young lady from his church who knew somebody from another church, and they referred to me. And he found me 2 or 3 levels deep, and he came and he taprooted and found me, and he worked with me. I then went on to become the #1 newly licensed agent in the company within my first 90 days. Over 100,000 representatives in the company. In the first 90 days, I became the top producer within that new rep category. Won a trip to Puerto Rico, and I had to make a decision at that time if I was going to continue to build the business or go back to work. But I had so many leaders follow me, and the belief in me was so immense at that point that I committed. I left my job. I gave up my corporate position. And I gave up my corporate position as the district manager of a Fortune 500 company here in the States. And I committed to help that leader build an organization. And I tell you that story because some of you all need to commit with your leader too. I'm a witness of what happens in your life when you don't put you first, you put another leader first that's sowing into your life to help you go to the next level. He sold into my life and I believed him. I copied his presentation. I listened to him. I trusted him because I knew he was leading me in the right direction. Because of me being in his organization, working him hand in hand, I began to work immensely around the clock. And my goal became for him to go over $200,000 in the next 12 months. Ladies and gentlemen, not only did he hit $200,000 over the next 12 months, but I went to $100,000 in the next 10 months. Hello. See, I wasn't focused on my income. I was focused on his. But because I was focused on pushing him up, because I wanted my leader to be at the front of the room, I wanted to be a part of the winning team that had the top leader in the business, because I knew if he broke that threshold, I would be next. And the rest of the story was, it left from there. And that's how I got the name Adrian Dynamite Sloan. Because when they announced me, they would say Adrian D. Sloan. And I began to become the #1 rep in the state, top 25 in the country, winning every regional fast start, MVP at my level, because I was helping my leader. I stayed close to my leader. This is how I became successful. I became successful by being a servant to my leader because he was sowing seeds into my life. And I feel like that's what Dr. Benjamin is doing for his group. He's sowing seeds into you guys' life. So the best way to pay your leader back is through your work ethic, to push them up so that they can have the breathing room and the comfortability to keep sowing seeds into you. Guys, the law of reciprocation, it never stops. A sower never stops sowing seeds, but you have to understand, you have to be that sower back into the person that sows into you. So my last closing remarks, I want to share my story with you of pushing people up and what it does when you, as a team, you have a huddle. I remember my team getting together just like this, and they had meetings about how they wanted me to hit 100,000, how they wanted me to grow across that threshold, because they wanted to have me as their leader at the front. The same thing I did for my leaders is what they did for me. So the same thing you do to help Dr. Benjamin become one of these top 5 leaders in the company to cross 5,000, because he's done the work. He deserves it. He deserves it. But he can't do it by himself. It only comes from a group of people who believes in him like he believes in you. And you have to be willing to push and to figure out what's needed as a team for your team to be presented. Because when he gets introduced, you guys do too. When he gets celebrated, you guys do as well. And you have to have that team heart and that team spirit in order to embody this, because it becomes a revolving door of leaders pushing people up. It becomes a new culture that every leader is focused on their leader hitting their next ring. And so you're willing to do what's necessary, because if you have that selfless mindset, when it's your turn, is no conviction from people willing to do the same thing for you. And every leader wants to have a team that supports them. But a leader can't ask you to support them. You have to make that commitment, and you have to see why. So as a leader of this company, I'm telling you that your leader deserves it. And everyone in this organization, I ask you to commit for your leader to be at the front of the room as one of the top producers, the top producer in the whole company. I think that should be a statement in everybody's mind. I think it should be something wrapped around everybody's heart to push people up. So we have 30 days for you guys to hit your goals. And we have 30 days for Dr. Benjamin to be recognized as one of the newest 5K earners in the whole company. And that would do my heart justice. I feel like my service to Dr. Benjamin would have not been in vain if I can help him take his family to the next level. So I ask you guys for your commitment to do so. And I ask you, as you do so, to understand you're sowing a seed into your future when you sow a seed into someone else. So support those who support you. And just as much as you guys support Xtream, we support you back. But I want you to take a good look at your leader. And if you find your leader worthy of support, that support is going to come from everybody taking the torch, making a 7-day increment commitment. So when Dr. Benjamin is following up, because I'm giving him direct orders to follow up with every leader who wants to support. And Dr. Benjamin will work around the clock. You guys know he'll do the 3-ways. He'll do the launch calls. He'll do the opportunity calls. He'll do whatever you need to help you hit your goal. Well, guys, let's work as the team to make sure everybody open up new markets and everybody can break new ranks. And I want you guys to do it from such a selfless point of view that you understand once you sow these seeds are going to come back. So I love you guys. I appreciate support, Dr. Benjamin. I love you, my brother. I appreciate everything you do to support the team and support the company, and we want to support you back in return. So my closing mark is asking the team to support you back the way that you support them. Thank you, Dr. Benjamin.
Thank you so much for the kind words, and I love you back, Mr. Sloan. Absolutely grateful for your life. Very thankful that we have been able to cross paths and intersect and stay together. And I'm really I cherish this relationship highly. So, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from one of the best leaders in the world. We're definitely going to build a massive, beautiful company over the next few years. And you're here at the very beginning stages of this process. All right. So thank you once again. This was really great and one of the best team meetings, team huddles I've ever had, and I'm very grateful for it. Thank you for your kind words. All right, everyone. I will be following up with you, checking up on you over the next within the next 24 hours on the list. Esther said she committed to have her list done today, so she'll be ready for tomorrow. She's put that in the chat. And the others who said, me, work on your list today, and let's talk about that either tonight or tomorrow so that we can get you moving and set times for your launches and so forth. All right. All right. Love you guys. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.
Have a good night, everyone.